Yes, it's become a bit of a running joke, hasn't it? If it's a vaccine flight, then we can expect pretty awful weather. So it's been like clockwork the last 4 serials. But no, we've managed to charm the weather dragons enough, and another safe flight, as you say.
And was that ever in doubt? I mean, how bad does it have to get for an RAF plane of this nature to have to reconsider landing?
The difficulty at Gibraltar is and always will be the southwesterlies, because we get a lot of turbulence around the rock. Crosswinds we can manage mostly, but turbulence around here can be very unpredictable and difficult. The pilots train to a very high standard, they run simulators, they're very adept at what they do, but it makes it much more challenging as soon as we've got a southwesterly, which is what we've had.
To what extent is a delivery like this business as normal, or is it something, does it have an extra edge because of the cargo?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's both. It is absolutely business as normal. We are a permanent joint operating base. We're here to handle passengers and freight, and that's what we do, whenever it's asked of us. But this freight is just slightly more important, slightly more special, and also it has its own challenges in the timescales involved and how it needs to be handled. So it is business as normal, but it's very, very different at the same time.
It's really brought, I think, into focus the role that the RAF and British Forces Gibraltar can play from a civilian perspective. Obviously, MOD Gibraltar does what MOD Gibraltar does 365 days a year, but I think these operations have brought you closer to the people of Gibraltar. Do you feel that?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the one thing to remember is that the military, we are all part of society. We don't sit aside from it. And whilst the vast majority of us within MOD Gibraltar are born in the UK, that doesn't make us feel less part of the Gibraltar society. We are, generally speaking, we are really welcomed with open arms, and it's nice to be able to give back to our current local community.
How are you feeling? How is RAF Gibraltar feeling about the pandemic at the moment?
We've, like everyone else, we've had our bumps. We've had our people who have been sick. Thanks be, we've not had any serious illnesses, although we've certainly had challenges in keeping our personnel. We've got very, very, very small teams here, so we've had some challenges in getting support. What's so nice to see is that we are a proper, we talk about whole force, not just being regular service, been in the Air Force for 26 years or whatever. We've also got lots and lots of locally employed civilians that are part of the team here and absolutely integral to it. We've even got reservists. One of our operations managers is an RAF reservist who normally lives in Glasgow and has been with us for 3 months. So it's really nice to feel that collectively as a team we're able to help the local population. And these vaccines will also be going to our own MOD personnel. So this is a big step forward, and I think Gibraltar is doing so well at getting the most that it can out of these precious vaccines. Fantastic statistics with the amount of population that's being vaccinated already, and God willing, in a few months' time, we'll be able to go about our lives in a bit more of a normal fashion.